Live with Tao. Perceive one being as knower and known. You know a knower, which is subject, and you also know the known, the object. But you do not know one who is knower and known both, or one in who knower and known have dissolved. How to do this? Start by concentrating on something. When you concentrate, when the concentration has come to its total, then try to move inwards. So you begin with concentration. And when concentration is total, that your mind, your attention is not wavering, try to move inwards. Become mindful of yourself, because you are the one who has been concentrating on something. So you are beginning with the object, maybe a flower, maybe the face of your beloved or something. You start concentrating on that. When you realize that your concentration is unwavering, it is not moving on anything else or not getting disturbed, then become mindful of yourself. Then try to move inwards and become mindful of yourself. And then try the balance. Try to balance between the knower and the known. It takes time, sometimes months, even years, but depends on how intense is your effort. If your effort is intense, sincere, then it can happen this very moment, because it is the most subtle balancing to come between the two. Most subtle balancing to come between the two. But it happens. And when it happens, you have reached the center of existence. You have reached the center of existence. In that center, you are rooted, grounded, silent, blissful, in ecstasy, and the duality is no more. That is what Hindus or Sanatan call the state of samadhi. Sam means your attention, your understanding is equanimous, not wavering. Jesus calls this as kingdom of God. So what you have to do is begin with concentrating on something. It does not matter what it is. And let your concentration deepen. And when you reach that you find that it has reached the crescendo, the peak, then try to move inward and be mindful of yourself. Mindful of yourself. You were concentrating on an object. So you are aware of the object that you are concentrating. Now when you move inward, then you know that there is someone else who is knowing. Then try to create the balance between the two. In the beginning, it will depend on how intense you are in your effort. It may take months or even years, but it does happen, and it will happen. This is the subtlest balancing to come between the two. But it happens, and when it happens, you have become the center of existence. where you are rooted, grounded, and there will be tremendous silence, blissfulness, and ecstasy, both within and manifesting out of you. It will create an aura. This silence, this blissfulness, this ecstasy will create an aura. The aura that will, the vibes, the presence that will surround you will manifest a different kind of silence, blissfulness, and ecstasy. This is what is the state of samadhi, equanimity, or what Jesus calls it, kingdom of God. And unfortunately, just understanding is verbal and will not be of much help. So it is not a mere understanding. You are listening to me and you feel that you know it. This is verbal and it will not be of much help. If you try from the very beginning, you will start to feel that something is happening. Let us put it this way: you start concentrating on the rose. This morning we are not live on Skype because that needed an upgrade and it will take a while. So after the program is finished, the live streaming is finished, then I will try to update the Skype. So right now we are only available on Facebook, and the video from Facebook will be available later on YouTube when it is uploaded there. So when you concentrate on a rose flower, the world will disappear for you. Everything else, whatsoever you concentrate, that remains, and everything else disappears from you. This is a miracle. When the whole world disappears for you, you cannot think of anything else. You do not visualize anything other than what you are concentrating on. Then you come to understand that it is your attention which is basic. Then you come to understand that it is your attention which is basic, and wherever you are, you move your attention. A world is created, and from where you remove your attention. So when you are concentrating on a rose flower, wherever you go, the image of the rose flower will remain in front of your eyes. A world is created, and from where you remove your attention, the world drops. So you can create the world through your attention, like one lives in one's own world. Look at it this way. You are sitting wherever you are and listening to this. If you are in love with someone, then suddenly only one person remains in front of you. If you are, let's say, live in the presence, listening to me, or in any place, a public place where a concert is taking place, you are there and you are in love with someone, then suddenly only one person remains in that hall, in that place, and everything else disappears. It is not there. Although it is there, but for you it is not there. What happens? Why does only one person remain when you are in love? the whole world drops really. It is phantom-like shadows. Everything else will be there like shadows. Only one person is real, because now your mind is concentrated only on one person. Your mind is totally absorbed in that person. Everything else becomes a shadow-like. A shadow existence is not real for you. The persons who are sitting in that place, they are just like shadows and they are not real for you. You are not bothered about. Whenever you can concentrate, the very concentration changes the whole pattern of your existence. The moment you are concentrated on something, the whole pattern of your mind is also changed on anything. Try it on anything. You start concentrating on a rose flower or on the face of your beloved, anything. You can focus on the face of Buddha or a statue or a flower or a tree or the image of Jesus or anything else, or just the face of your beloved or your friend. Just look at the face. It will be easier because you love some face. It is easy to concentrate on that face, the countenance. And really, those who try to concentrate on Buddha, on Jesus, Krishna, they were lovers. They loved Buddha, someone loved Buddha. So it was easy, because someone loved Buddha, so it was easy for Sariputra, Mudgalyam, or for other disciples to concentrate on Buddha's face. The moment they looked at Buddha's face, they were easily flowing towards it. The love was there and they were infatuated. So try to find a face, any face that you love will do. Maybe the face of Jesus or Mary or anyone else. And just look in the eyes and concentrate on the face. Suddenly the whole world drops and a new dimension will open. The mind is concentrated on one thing, then that person or that thing becomes the whole world for you. When I say, I mean that your attention is total towards anything that you are concentrating on. That thing becomes the whole world for you and nothing else exists. You create the world through your attention. Through your attention, you create a world. Your world you create through your own attention, in your own way. And when you are totally absorbed, flowing like a river towards the object, then suddenly you start becoming aware of the original source from where attention is flowing. The object is in front of you in the form of a face, and so you are trying. So you forget everything else, allow your attention to reach its crescendo, and when it reaches the crescendo, everything else will disappear for you, only that face will remain, and something will start flowing from you towards that object. Forget. If you move, now when you have reached to this point, in the beginning, you will get lost again and again. You will shift. If you move to the origin, like you have your whole energy is flowing towards the object. The river is flowing towards the river of attention, the river of focus. Your energy is flowing towards that. And now in that point, when your concentration is not wavering, start becoming aware of the original phase from where the attention is flowing, because the attention is flowing from somewhere. What is the source where the attention is flowing? Slowly and slowly start becoming aware of that. The river is flowing. Now become aware of the origin from where the river is flowing. We normally focus on the flow, the river that is in front of you, but it must be originating from somewhere. In the beginning, you will lose the attention, lose it again and again. You will shift. If you move to the origin, you will forget about the object. You will forget the river that is flowing from you to the object. So, if you move to the origin, you will forget the river and the object, the sea towards which it is flowing. It will change. If you come to the object, you will forget the origin from where the attention is coming. And if you are able to somehow concentrate or bring your attention to the source, then from where the current is flowing, the energy is flowing, you will forget the object. It is natural. Because the mind has become focused on either the object or the subject, it cannot focus on two things simultaneously. It is like you are trying to work on a computer, so only one screen is coming. You do not know the art of bringing the two screens simultaneously, two different things. This is just as if you are not familiar with the computer system, then you can have only one screen on the monitor. You cannot bring the other. That is why so many persons, they go to the retreat or the spiritual, the places where the retreat is taking place, they leave the world. Leaving the world basically means leaving the object so they can concentrate on themselves. It is easy then. If you leave the world and close your eyes and close all your senses, you can be aware of yourself easily. That is why we go into meditation retreats. But again, that awareness is false. You have chosen one point of duality. This is another extreme of the same disease. You come to the retreat, you escape from the world of activities, and you are now focusing. The best thing is that you are in the world, but the world of duality is not within you. First, you are aware of the object, the known, and you were not aware of the subject, the knower. Now you are fixed with the knower and you have forgotten with the knower. but you remain divided. You remain divided in duality. And this is the old mind again in a new pattern. Nothing has changed. That is why my emphasis is not to leave the world of objects, not to run to the retreats. Do not leave the world of objects. Rather try to become aware of both object and subject simultaneously, the outer and the inner simultaneously. If both are there, only then you can be balanced between them. If one is there, you will get obsessed with it. Enough for now. This will continue. So until then, take care and do have a pleasant day.